My Time as a Gravekeeper. In the darkest corner of the old cemetery, where gnarled trees loomed like giants guarding the dead, I found myself alone on a moonless night. It wasn't my first night as gravekeeper, a responsibility handed down through generations of my family, but tonight I was about to uncover a mystery that would haunt me for the rest of my days. The air was thick with an eerie silence as I walked among the crumbling tombstones, my lantern casting long, shifting shadows. The gravestones whispered the names of those who had long since passed into oblivion, but one name in particular caught my eye: Samantha Blackwood. There was something about the name that sent a shiver down my spine, an inexplicable feeling of dread. I approached the grave, the soil around it freshly disturbed. The tombstone, though weathered by time, bore the name of the woman and the dates of her birth and death. But there was something odd about the inscription. It was as if the letters had been etched into the stone only recently. It was impossible. Samantha Blackwood had been dead for over a century. Curiosity gnawed at me like a persistent rat, and I couldn't resist the urge to dig. My shovel sliced through the earth with a gritty resistance until I unearthed the coffin below. With trembling hands, I pried open the lid, and my heart stopped. Inside the coffin lay a corpse, but it wasn't Samantha Blackwood. It was a grotesque and mangled creature, its features twisted in a gruesome eternal scream. The stench of decay wafted from the open casket, and I stumbled backward in horror. What had happened to Samantha? Why was this abomination in her grave? My mind raced with questions, and my lantern flickered ominously as if warning me to flee. I continued to dig, uncovering more empty coffins with horrifying contents. The moonlight revealed the dark scene before me, an underground chamber filled with rotted, nightmarish figures, each one more horrific than the last. Some had elongated limbs, others had their skin peeled away, revealing their muscle and bone. It was a gallery of horrors, a crypt of the damned. As my lantern's light cast eerie shadows on the walls, I noticed a single coffin untouched by decay and deformity. It strangely bore the name Samantha Blackwood. I opened it hesitantly, fearing what I might find. To my surprise, this time it was empty. Suddenly, a cold gust of winds swept through the chamber, extinguishing my lantern. In the darkness, I heard whispers that seemed to come from the twisted creatures surrounding me. They spoke of a curse, of a forbidden ritual, of a pact with darkness. And then, as quickly as it had begun, the wind ceased, and the whispers faded into silence. I stumbled out of the underground chamber, my mind reeling with the horrors I had witnessed. What had transpired in this forsaken cemetery? Who had desecrated the graves, and where was Samantha's corpse? To this day, I can't escape the nightmare of that night. The mystery of Miss Blackwood and the abominations in the graves haunts me, leaving me with more questions than answers. Only this time, I won't go looking for them.